Hey there, welcome back to Sea Power, and welcome to the final mission of the Sad War in 1991. Today we find ourselves clearing minefields. That is, if we can find them. We do have a couple of ships which are capable of finding mines, and with the RBU 6000s I might be able to clear the minefields, but it will not be a very safe enterprise for the ships involved. Speaking of, we're already sending up a couple of missiles against one of these small AAA sites, as the MPK-10 over here is on weapons free. I'm going to pause it here and zoom out a little, see what we have. The minefields are expected to be in these areas here, so those are the areas we need to clear out. Beyond that, there are a couple of Hawk installations, as well as their radar site, which is active, over on the island to the right. There's a MiG-25 PD over here, which is performing a pursuit on 7009. That's an aerial contact, but we're not actually going to do that. We can tell this jet to fly the other way. We have a an MI-14 PL over here. This is going to be a very questionable choice, just sending this thing directly in. Because FAB 250s are anti-surface bombs. And we're basically flying over a Hawk surface-to-air site, so no thank you. Another MiG-25, this is another air-to-air interceptor. I'm not going to have them get too close. A MiG-23, apparently all the way in the clouds, armed with some air-to-ground weaponry. Only 5-mile range, so this one too is going to have to wait its turn. We get a Tu-142. I'm going to keep them around, but not too close. I first want to knock out those Hawks. And to do that, we now have access to the Istanbul airport. But there aren't a whole lot of loadouts for the jets that I have here. And the other airfield, unfortunately, I have no access to. So, in order to secure the airspace, I think we're going to have to use a couple of our ships to knock out these radar sites. It's not a great option, but hopefully we can knock out their guidance radars, as well as their search radars, and that ought to be enough to at least secure the skies, and then we can start flying in. Another missile going out, this time around against another small AAA site. You are coming into an arc, good. It is possible that we'll find a submarine somewhere here. We also got more air contacts coming in. And we kind of know the location of this tracking radar, the search radar, but it's not enough. We are using active sonar. We're doing 8 miles. There we go. We hit the Bofors again. That's the Bofors. They're dead. Another missile going out against a small AAA there. We're just actively shooting up the incoming missile? I don't think so. Here we go. We got their tracking radar offline. Now I need to eliminate the tracking radar for this one. If we can actually get an arc on that. No, can't find it. Can't lock onto it either. Okay. What about those incoming aircraft? What do we know about them? Speed 580 knots, altitude 20,000 feet, so it's definitely not a P3. P3s are way slower than that. With this airfield, is there anything useful I can launch off of them? Because the Mi-14... I can go with an ASW loadout. There is a rumor in the mission briefing about submarines. Yeah, let's just send it up, because this is basically the only asset short of a warship that I have. Floggers? No thank you. That's FAB 500s. That's carries, and Cass is a couple of S8s, which are relatively small rocket pods. Yeah, we're gonna go just strike loadout then. Give me 2 flights of 2. I'm thinking this group might not be that dangerous anymore. You hit the Parvin. What the hell is a Parvin? Oh, ain't you cute. Parvin class. Not familiar with this type. It's a fast attack craft, although definitely not doing fast speed right now. It's doing 10 knots. Top speed of 22. It's not that fast. He's trying to fight. And unfortunately for him, it's not going well. They only have an Oerlikon and a 40mm They have an optical sensor, aka a Mark 1 eyeball. Oh, they even got a pair of binoculars, how about that? And they got a nav radar, but no air radar. This thing is rapidly going through all of its surface-to-air and surface-to-surface missiles, which is fine. We can let them go through that. Do not pursue this contact. We're gonna go here. Krim over here. I'm not really sure I have a job for them yet. I'm gonna go active sonar and surface and air search, because I do feel like I'm very much in control of the battle space, and I don't need to stick to MCON. These two ships here are capable of finding and promptly eliminating surface, mines. The question is going to be, how good is your sonar? Answer, it is not. This is a minesweeper that has no sonar. What the hell? So I guess this guy is gonna have to do searching. They got a GS-572 Hercules. High frequency, active and passive sonar array with an active range of 4. Just 4 miles or 4 clicks? Clicks. Okay. This thing is refusing to die. For now. Another contact. I'm assuming every single contact that is not mine is theirs is hostile. That's a nice E3A you got there. Unfortunately, it's under the guidance or protection of this rapier system. So it's not like I'll be able to quickly go after it and take it out. He's in the middle of the minefield. It's weird with this new sort of propulsion system where the devs have changed it so they can have like a 0.0001 speed. And normally, when they have lost propulsion, the propulsion actually stops. So I'm not sure what this is about. There she goes. She's down. Alright, now how about this Sea War? Oh, you're offline. Okay, in that case, maybe I can strike them. MiG-23. Wherever the hell you are. I want you to go low. Right up in the clouds somewhere. There you are. Okay, I want you to go down. I want you to turn on your air search in case we need to find some more air contacts that my ships have somehow missed. This guy I'm a little worried about. And we're gonna try and locate and eliminate this Sea War site here. Because I don't like that one bit. We've entered the first minefield, which was mapped by NATO prisoners. They reported that the mines were installed in groups of several. In total, up to 30 mines were set up on 4 barriers, but since the mines were old, some of them could have become unusable. The interval between the mines is 50 to 70 meters. They're usually installed in the narrowest part of the straits. Right. Full stop. Full stop. Active sonar. I think I've done anti-mine warfare once. So I'm not that well versed in this part of the operation. I need a high frequency sonar. I think you got one. You're a minesweeper? Yeah, you got the Hercules. That's a high frequency sonar. If memory serves me, higher frequency typically also means a higher resolution. This guy's coming in a hurry. What is that? This MiG-25 cannot push in. And is our aircraft up? Yes. Okay, let's go. Push these MiGs in. Get the Mi-14 over. I have no idea if he'll be able to pick up a mine with a sonobuoy. I imagine an active sonobuoy might find a mine, whereas a passive probably wouldn't. A submarine makes some noise. A submarine thus generally gets detected by passive sonobuoys, but a mine... I don't think so. A mine is just there. It doesn't have any mechanical parts. It doesn't have any noise that it's generating. Can we shoot this aircraft down? No, we cannot. Krim? Nope, same type of missiles. Alright. It's a semi-small at 20,000 feet, doing still 580 knots. We should be in range pretty soon, as these missiles have a range of 32 miles. So let's get in there. Prepare to take out this contact. Get in there. Pursue that one. I want you to engage this seawar site. Even though we supposedly can't actually see it yet. Engage. Missiles out. They are using their own radar. No, sorry, this guy's not using his radar. This guy's not using his radar. We're just picking them up. Oh, what's that? 33 knots. You're a fast one. It's a gearing. That's an incoming gearing. Okay. Aircraft spotted. Yeah, you're toast. That's an F-15. Or was. Please find... Oh, shit. Somebody's throwing hawks at me. Okay. Go for the tracking radar next. Which is... I'm not sure if it's operational. It just turned, so I think it might not be. Yeah, we got a... probably F-15 shooting back at me. First missile has already missed. Ooh, this is gonna get tight. We need to kill him before he gets a good drop on us. Because this missile is no longer guided. There you go. Okay, so that's two F-15s out of the skies. Unfortunately, I'm down to AA-8s. Oh, crap! You're still shooting? Yeah, we knocked out your search radar. We didn't actually knock out your tracking radar. Floor it. You have a range of about 18 miles. I think this is going to kill me. Nope. Didn't. Surface search radar. Where is your tracking system? There. No, that's the seawar site. Here it is. That's the thing I want you to drop one bomb at. I've never bombed something with a helicopter. Interesting developments. Oh, come on. We're gonna go low. Try to get below the altitude of the tracking radar. We're at 19 miles, which means that they probably don't have range on me. No, they don't have range. We can just outrun this missile. Yep, you're gone. Okay, we got hostile sea contacts. We got bog hammers, which apparently have bogged themselves down. Interesting. AS-7 going into the tracking radar. And actually missed. Can I do a strafing run against that? Is that going to work? Or are you just going to run yourself into the ground? Also, I want to monitor this helicopter. Just the way that this helicopter flies into the airspace of a surface-to-air missile site. Yeah, we hit him. With the MiG-23. Good morning. Special delivery. Not all of them, you numbnuts! Well, you got it done, but... that was not what I was expecting. That's not what I was expecting. Oh well. Yep, you actually strafed it to death. Okay, cool. Can we do that again? Just get up to 3,000 or something. That gearing is going to be a problem. I need to get something to deal with the gearing. And most of my ships... Whoa, whoa, whoa! Why are we doing 30 knots into a minefield? Are you expecting to just pass through that unscathed? Because you might not survive that. There we go, that's the second hawk dead. I got 29 rounds left. Just go back to base. You, unfortunately, don't have a gun. These sights are not a problem anymore. Okay. That means you can start to chase down this contact here. And this gearing... I have my bombers, but I'm not flying into the air defense of a gearing. It doesn't have that much. It's got the Mark 28 guns, so basically just the 5-inchers. I'm still not enthusiastic about the prospect of running into the gun sights of a gearing. So let's not do that. No, we're gonna have to clear these minefields. And I don't like it. What are you doing? You were trying to engage something with the RBU 6000? What the hell? No. You're only allowed to go ahead 1/3, no faster. That's it. This is probably another site that we need to eliminate. I don't have range. Okay, fine. Krim's going to take our position here and engage the gearing with missiles. After that, or rather simultaneously, we'll clear out this minefield and then set a course for the western minefield. That's the plan. Let's go do it. As I'm clearing the minefield, we have an AH-1T, which is coming in a little too close for my comfort. And moreover, it's shooting tow missiles at, I think, the T-43, which is rather defenseless against that level of violence. Oh, actually, it was against this one, against the MPK-10. Oh, damn it, how badly did you hurt me? Pretty bad. Slight hull damage, but 3 fires. 2 fires now. I'm not sure why this ship refuses to use its missile launcher. Because it really should be able to do just that. Okay. Okay, we got him. Gunned it down with a 57mm. Good. Good. Let's also chase down this contact here. Oh, great. We got a couple more birds coming in. You're up. I'm gonna just circumvent the gearing for now. Hopefully this ship can get fixed. But with the amount of damage spreading throughout the ship, I kinda doubt it. So far it's taken out our 533mm tubes, aka our torpedo launchers. Those should still be functional. It's just that the RBU 6000s are the ones that I want to save. Those are the ones that eventually might need to take down the mines. Everything else, slightly... Oh! Slightly lower priority is what I was going to say. Where's that ASW bird? Okay. You're an entirely different breed. That's a submarine. And I have no real options against them. I'll stop. Come around. Speed 2 knots. Depth 88 feet. Yeah, I got nothing. I can try to send in the TU-142, but it's kind of doing duty as just a spotter. Just an aerial observation platform, that is, if you turn the surface search on. This can serve as an an ASW plane. But I need to wait for this Mi-14 to get over here. Oh, brother. We got torpedoes inbound. Turn. Get out of here. I'm not sure where that DM2 is going, and I'm not interested in finding out. Oh, great. The Parvins decided to join the fight. Out of range. More helo around. Unknown type. Altitude 3000. Climb to 3000. You still got a long range missile. Let's send it. Oh, wait. This gearing is coming in a hurry. 32.9 knots. Turkish... No, sorry, Greek frigate. Well, destroyer on paper. That's the bog hammers. This thing scares me. Needs a healthy dose of respect. What are you? No idea, but we missed it. Okay, we'll just have to chase it down and hand it over a surface-to-air missile. Oh, sorry, an air-to-air missile in infrared. Why is there a whole fucking flight of F4s around? Loaded to the gills with bombs. That's a problem. These things can try to gun them down if I'm feeling optimistic, but I'm not. I am rather not. Weapons free. What's your weapons range? 12. Okay. And you need to turn broadside to use all of those launchers, I imagine. So let's get to work on that. Hi. Actually, no, we're going to take out 7048 first. I'd rather take out whatever the hell this is, because it's seemingly coming directly for me. No search, no detection on those aircrafts. That's even more concerning. Is that them? Next 25 says there's a missile inbound. Which one? Which Mix 25 is complaining? This guy? Oh crap, you got a missile inbound potentially from this contact here. Okay. Come on, we need to start clearing the skies here. Missed it. Come around. Here they come. Shoot first, questions later. One away. Guns opening up. Two away. There's plenty more where that came from. They're at an altitude of 200 feet, making it very difficult to detect them. There's one. 2, 3, 4 actually. We've shot down none. Sneaky bastards. Sneaky bastards. And I got nothing to throw in their face. Oh, dude. You don't have a Sea Whiz, so yeah, you're about to get bombed out of existence. Holy moly. That's one dead warship. Damage control. No. Everything's dead. There is no damage control. Okay, come down to their level. They're speeding away at 600 knots. I can kind of catch up to them with this bird. I'm a lot faster. This is going to cause all sorts of issues. Oh great, there's another A7E coming in. This is really going to cause all sorts of issues, because now I don't have any missiles to deal with the gearing. Oh crap, I forgot about this one. That's an AH-1T. Just go hunt that down, if you will. How you do, it's up to you. Nope. Catch them. Don't have range. They're rushing away at 600 knots. Afterburner. You can make the case that these things are not a problem anymore and I could just let them go, but it's more personal rather than anything else. Because they just carpet bombed one of my ships. Which leads me to believe I could do the same thing against the gearing. So let's go to 200 feet. No joy. They're getting out of range too fast. Let's go for the A7E before it crushes my minesweeper. Which it probably will. I don't know what's going on with that last missile launcher, but it's not doing anything. Oh, you got some serious gear there. You're getting hit? Would you like to, I don't know, shoot back? What the hell is this about? Pursue and eliminate. Oh, we found the mines. Who saw those? The jet? The jet has visual on the mines? What? You're flying at 658 knots and you're looking out the window and you're going, oh, what's that? I can barely make out the ships, let alone a mine. Okay, if you want to find a mine, I don't know, send a jet after it. That makes perfect sense. That A7 so far hasn't laid all of its eggs yet. Gotcha. Alright. Oh snap, that torpedo's still on me. I still don't know exactly who it's coming for. Let's start sending the RBUs at those mines. Hold on, this makes me wonder if I could just spot the mines using a helicopter. Because if a jet can do it, then surely a helo can. I'm assuming you took out that helicopter. Low as you go. What's the range that that DM2 has traveled? 3 miles, 5 miles. What's its seeker? How good can it find me? Not great. Okay, head west. At best speed. Did you restore all of your damage? No, he's still in the process of doing that, but so far, no complaints. Could have been a lot worse. As for that ASUW bird, yeah, we're still going to be transiting for a while. In the meanwhile, that Parvin's coming in, which is going to make things a little bit more complicated. I swear it's tracking the MPK-10. No idea we're actually hitting those mines. The splashes that you saw were from the RBU. New radar contact. 7139er. There's the F4s going home. Meanwhile, I still got my F-14, no, my MI-14, which can be going after the ground-based targets here, but they're a fairly low priority. Okay, we're now getting radared by the gearing. It's 1991 and we're still doing just carpet bombing against the warship. Why not? I mean, if it works... you don't have to innovate as much, although it's not the safest way to go about it against a surface ship. I'd much rather load them out with a strike package, capable of going after them at about 5 miles, and not having to close the distance this much. As in, flying over the gearing. The gearing, on the other hand, doesn't really have that much that it can throw at me. It can use the 5-inch. It doesn't have a 50 cal, as far as I know. Going up. Right down there. Coming in for the dive. Bombs away. Oh yeah, he's leveled. Nice work, boys. Not a loss. Good. Now this is where I will leave you with this first video. The second part, well, we still got a couple of minefields to take care of. There is still a nasty submarine that we have to tackle. And of course, there are still some air contacts we need to pursue. So, plenty more to do. Want to watch that right now? You can. Link down below in the, well, not the description. Just hit the join button. You'll become a member. $1 a month, you're supporting my work and the channel, and you're immediately getting access to all the pre-uploaded content. If not, don't worry, the next part is coming soon. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon for more.